Hello, welcome back to Trailer Trash. Today's trailer is just called Wonka. That's right, not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, just Wonka. Let's check it out.
I've spent the past 7 years traveling the world perfecting my craft. You see, I'm something of a magician, inventor, and chocolate maker. So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
Quiet down and listen. Oh, I get it. It sounds like it's about to go into the music in the background is about to go into pure imagination, which are we gonna get like a blah rendition of pure imagination? Dun dun blah, dun dun blah, dun. No, probably not. But interesting music choice, gotta say. I mean, it's not like it's a crazy concept to use that song, but I don't know, just interesting that the Gene Wilder version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is still being utilized to some degree.
Mr. Wonka, I can see you're a man of great ingenuity.
What are you doing?
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like it? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane.
Many people have come here to sell chocolate. They've all been crushed by the chocolate cartel. You can't.
The chocolate cartel. It's the big tech of the chocolate companies. Hershey. I bet you anything is in there. So wait a second. I know I asked this for movies based on books or, based on books to in some relation. But this was never a book, right? Especially not Roald Dahl. I don't think Roald Dahl ever did a prequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But if he did, it'd be interesting if that was the concept for this. But just as a concept alone, it'd be curious to see how they do, like if they still kind of retain that zaniness of a Roald Dahl story, like in this, because you're basically adding to what Roald Dahl already did. So it wouldn't make any sense if you didn't have that sense of, just complete wackiness, which, I mean, the chocolate cartel, that definitely seems like a Roald Dahl thing. So right off the bat, I'm like, that's good. You're winning me over with that.
Get a shop without selling chocolate, and you can't sell chocolate without a shop.
No daydreaming.
What are we gonna do, Willie?
Huh?
A double huh?
Do you have a pencil and paper?
Uh-huh.
I got an idea.
Hey, speaking of the chocolate cartel, was that who the dude in the Gene Wilder movie trying to steal the everlasting gobstopper? Was he working for the chocolate cartel? Is that a thing? Like, we're gonna set up the quote villain for, oh no, wait, it turns out he was working for Wonka the whole time. I forgot about that twist at the end. Never mind. But maybe that's where Wonka got the idea. It was like there is this big chocolate cartel that he took down in his youth starting up, and he's just like, there'll be another one someday trying to get my fantastic recipes, and when that day comes, will I find an heir to the chocolate throne who will say, no way, Jose.
I know things haven't been easy for you. They're gonna get better.
You promise?
I pinky promise. That's the most solemn vow there is.
Where do we start?
A good chocolate is simple.
Where is this?
Is that Mr. Bean as a priest in a confession booth? Atkins, or Atkins something. I used to know his name.
It's just weird. What's happening? Oh, that's a chocolate that makes you fly.
Let's find out, shall we?
Who's for a Humberchuck? Nothing to see here. Just a small group of people defying the laws of gravity.
Oh yeah, they got an actual comedian to show up to be the comedic relief in this movie. It's not very subtle at all. Also, that's not how that works. It was the fizz drink. That's what made people fly. Unless in the book it was candy. I never knew the difference between the Gene Wilder movie and the book. I just know that Tim Burton's movie kind of delved more into stuff the book covered, like the jungle where he found the Oompa Loompas, which actually now makes me wonder, because when Wonka's trying to find an heir, I know it's probably just part of his craziness that he, just sort of lets the kids kind of fall into their own traps of their own making and doesn't seem to care, again, according to the Gene Wilder movie. I guess not so much in the Tim Burton movie either. The Depp, Tim Burton and Gene Wilder, those are the two different Willy Wonkas. But I wonder if this origin story like movie will go into some weird like detail, like Wonka is childlike, but he's grown to dislike children. Or, I mean, I guess it's more that he's childlike, that he just doesn't care at all what these kids are getting up to. He's completely apathetic to them and their plight because he knows that's how kids can be, sort of thing. But I was just, for some reason, I was getting this wild speculation that maybe he'll be bullied in this movie. And so therefore, he'll see the good in Charlie later on, but he'll be like, yeah, fuck these other kids.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery Gourmet, my name is Willy Wonka.
He's good. Too good.
Pretty sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
You could change her life, Mr. Wonka. Change all their lives.
Is this a musical? I just realized this shot right here. It looks like singing.
Mr. Wonka. Change all their lives.
No, maybe not. I thought maybe that was like a dance move at a musical number, but maybe he's just about to get freaky.
Run away!
Every good thing in this world started with a dream.
What is this, Peter Pan? What is that shot?
So you hold on to yours.
Here we go, Mama.
Mark my words, this is gonna be the greatest chocolate shop the world has ever seen. So you're the funny little man who's been following me.
I will have you know that I am a perfectly respectable size for an Oompa Loompa.
An Oompa what now?
Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
Why is Hugh Grant an Oompa Loompa? Why? Why does it have to be a fucking CG'd face on a body? I hate it so much when this happens. I already knew about this before watching this trailer. Also, I guess we're skipping the whole part where Wonka traveled through this exotic jungle and found the Oompa Loompas and brought them back to work at his factory. Or maybe, well, he doesn't have a factory yet. It's just a chocolate shop. So what's an Oompa Loompa doing? I don't know. It's silly and dumb. And it's almost like movies nowadays are trying to find that little niche to get everybody being like, just collectively roll their eyes and be like, what the hell is this? Just to get word of mouth around. This is the new form of advertising. Just put something so stupid in a movie, or at least the trailer, so that everybody's going to be like, hey, did you see how stupid that was? Yeah, totally got to go see it just to see if it's really as stupid as it looks. It's my theory on the matter anyway. Oh, it's Rowan Atkinson. I was close. Rowan Atkinson. That's Mr. Bean, which it looked like he said something in the trailer, so not Mr. Bean, just Rowan Atkinson as whatever character. Oh, and also story by Paul King, screenplay by Simon Farnaby and Paul King, and also directed by Paul King. So I'm going to go off on a limb here and say this wasn't a book. This is just going back on the Roald Dahl story. Pretty soon we're going to get, James and the Giant Peach, the after years, where James is a withered old war veteran or something. I don't know. But yeah, with that being said, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Let's check out the comments. I love all these 100% original and not shamelessly rehashed movies being put out these days. See, I read that sarcastically, but you look at the replies, it's not original. How is it original when it's about a pre-existing character? Oh, the next person says, do you not get sarcasm? Clearly went over my head, but my own sarcasm goes over people's heads as well. Crying. Oh, well, you don't have to cry. It's okay. It happens to everybody. I mean, it's text. You can't really sell sarcasm through text. It's calm down. It's a different adaptation. Relax. Demon 1995. Perfect use of sarcasm, bro. I added that part. No work is entirely original. Yeah, that's true. There's no such thing as originality, but where I have to disagree is you can take enough inspiration from something to make it an original. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of making it based on something that already exists, you can take that concept of a wacky chocolate mogul trying to make it big and sort of make your own thing out of it. That's not a shameless, stealing from the formula. You know what I'm saying? Look at Star Wars. Star Wars is exactly that. Just like bits and pieces here and there of inspiration. Wholly original new concept that everybody loves until they ruin it decades later. Anyway, when he says, with great chocolate comes great responsibility, gave me chill bumps. For the record, there's a lot of comments like this in every trailer I cover, and I just gloss over them. So just bear that in mind. I just decided to share this now with you, that people like to do this kind of joke in comments for trailers, and it's just talk about originality. Am I right? Always love an epic version of a classic theme tune, even if I've only heard it about twice in my life. Oh shit, I wasn't even paying attention to the music. Is it there?
Good. Pretty sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last
2 yeah. I was just baffled by, again, this stupid forced comedy. That's pretty cool. Not as boy as I thought, but
He's good. Too good. Pretty sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last
such a good song, too. Such a good song. On the one hand, it looks whimsical and lovely for a Christmas movie. On the other, and I might be the cheese that stands alone. The cheese that stands alone? What the hell? I kind of like that. I got to use that sometime. I feel like Chalamet is not weird enough for the role. His lines fall flat to me. I love Chalamet, so hoping the movie... Am I pronouncing that right, by the way? It's Chalamet? I love Chalamet, so hoping the movie will change my mind. I'll watch, if only for Grant as an Oompa Loompa. What genius casting. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that was also sarcasm. Fuck. And here's an opposite opinion. I think this will be a good movie. I like how it shows us how optimistic Willie was before he went completely crazy. Yeah, he's a little insane in this one, but I think it makes for a nice prequel movie. I think they definitely picked the right actor to play Willy Wonka. Well, that's interesting, because are you assuming so essentially agreeing with the last comment that not as crazy, the lines fall flat, but this person seems to be under the impression that this is a pre-crazy Wonka, which I was also kind of under the impression when I said that maybe he gets bullied and decides that he hates children, which doesn't make sense, because why would he have that competition years later to find his heir? So, yeah, never mind. I love how they took elements from both movie adaptations and turned it into a complete package. I got emotional hearing the cinematic remake of Pure Imagination. The Oompa Loompas look just like in the Gene Wilder movie. I know what they mean by costume and color, skinned and hair and all that shit. But no, the Oompa Loompas were not Hugh Grant in the original. It's funny. I mean, I hate to bring it up again, but, there goes another role that was just made for dwarf actors, just being completely erased. What's next? We're going to get a Wizard of Oz remake. Oh my God. Only a matter of time, people. It's going to happen. We're going to get a Wizard of Oz remake, remaster, prequel, sequel, whatever the hell. There were more than one book, so it's quite possible they will do this. But all the Munchkins from now on are either going to be little people, computer animated little people with not little people faces CG'd in. You know what it is? It's computer face. And I take umbrage with that. It's fucked up. Oh, hey, and look, here we get an example. Once again, it's been a while, but we get an example of the comment section just completely disagreeing with my take on things. Hugh Grant being cast as the Oompa Loompas is not something we wanted, but something we needed. Again, I'm just going to assume that was sarcasm. Oh, but also something we don't see a lot often with the comments is them being in complete agreement with me. This genuinely looks good. Genuinely looks good. I think a chocolate cartel is very in character for Roald Dahl and his books. Did I not just say that? That's so weird. Rewatching this trailer many times just shows how this one just wants to be fun. I can't wait. Or rewatching this trailer many times just shows that you're clearly a huge fan of Willy Wonka, Johnny Wonka Productions. Love the book, love the original film. Can't wait. I see what you did there. It's funny how they really backtracked on the Tim Burton movie, didn't they? Nothing. Well, it's not like there really is much you could take away from the Johnny Depp. Well, I'm just back and forth with naming this version. You know what I'm talking about. Not that there's much you could really take away from it, because I think even style-wise it was a bit too far away from what they're trying to do here. This is clearly a love letter to the original movie, especially, again, as someone pointed out, the Oompa Loompa design. I think even going as far as the design of Wonka himself may be more of a Gene Wilder take. Be curious to see if Timothée Chalamet tries to pull a Gene Wilder at some point. Yeah, actually, that'd be funny if, again, maybe the other commenter was right and he's just not quite unhinged yet. But there was that tunnel scene in the original where he's just, again, just a bit messed up of an individual. So I wonder if we get some of that, or if, again, since he's so young, he hasn't gone full Wonka. But anyway, it's weird how they're just kind of erasing the fact that there was another Willy Wonka movie. The fact that he has a mom, a dead mom, I assume, who he's attempting to be something for the sake of. Did that make sense? Anyway. But no dentist dad, which I think was in the book. Wasn't that something from the book? His dad was a dentist? Or am I crazy? Was that purely a Tim Burton thing? Maybe it was. It was just an excuse to get Christopher Lee into another movie. Maybe. But yeah, just no mention, no hint of it, at least not in the trailer, of that version of it. Which, yeah, I didn't like it either. But I just find it funny that you have two versions of a movie, and then a new movie's coming out based on it. You're taking inspiration from one, but just leaving the other one just completely out of the picture. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode of Trailer Trash. Thanks for watching.